Hey guys, welcome back to Pretty Girl Cosmo. So today we're going to be doing an all drugstore makeup. And I wanted to get this out to you guys because I know that my last video, which thank you guys so much for all of your positive feedback. I love it. I love all of you guys. Spread the word. Don't forget, subscribe. Don't forget, subscribe to my channel and also click on that little bell right there. It'll let you know when a new video of mine comes up. So I'm going to start off with my Maybelline BB cream. I do have redness all throughout my skin, so this is one that definitely covers it all up. So we'll just put like a pea size amount. I do it all over just because it does have a tint in it to cover up all the redness. So it's one of, especially if you have red skin or I have age marks. I've got a lot of stuff, including 4 kids. So we're going to go ahead and put that in really nicely. I like to make sure I bring everything down just due to the fact that you never want a line. Shh. So after that, we're going to go on to CoverGirl's Vitalist Elixir. This is one of my holy grails. I use this as often as I can. The price mark's about $9.98 if you go to Walgreens. And I am in the shade Classic Ivory, number 710. So this is one pump, and this stuff is so nice to work with. And I like to do a second pump on this side. I mean, I have, you know, my Real Techniques brush that I love and adore, but with this stuff, the elixir, I like to use my beauty blender. So we're just going to go ahead very lightly. We're just going to move it all around. Now, sometimes with beauty blenders, it can suck up more of the product than you like. It does. I don't seem to have that problem with this, at least I can say. So this one seems to work really great. Now, this came out late summer of last year. And I just love it. I'm a huge CoverGirl fan. When they came out with this, it just, I don't know, it spoke to me in so many different ways. I am actually love to watch makeup tutorials. In fact, I could sit all day around doing it all day. But I don't, because again, I've got 4 kids. So we're going to go ahead and just pat this all over, make sure we get it in. This is a medium to buildable full coverage. I don't know exactly how full coverage, considering that the Urban Decay, I think it's like All Nighter or something, is super full coverage. The only thing with that for me is it does oxidize, which means it turns the skin, or turns the color of the foundation 2 to 3 shades darker, which some even drugstore brands do use that. So I'm going to use the same stuff. We're going to go in for pump number 2. I like a fuller coverage, but I also like a nice clean coverage. So again, very lightly, we're going to just pat this in. Do make sure that you blend all of it out. Sometimes I do like a little flicking motion to go back by the hairline and down my neck, just to kind of make sure. Because I do self-tan, and when I self-tan, I don't do my face, just because you know, I'm constantly washing my face. It just wears off even quicker than you need it to, so it's not worth it. Alrighty, our foundation is done, and I love the elixir because it leaves you with a nice glow. It's not very matte, so that's what I like. All right, next up, we're going to be doing my Fit Me. It's by Maybelline, and I use the matte and poreless, and I use number 100, which is translucent. So it doesn't really have necessarily a color to it. I just like a little bit. I'm going to use this to go ahead and set my entire face. As you get older, you get wrinkles underneath your eyes. So this is great. I love to set underneath my eyes because I do have wrinkles. I'd be in huge denial to say I didn't, but I'm proud of every single one of my stripes. So we're just going to do this all over and even down the neck. So we're going to start with just lightly bronzing, and I'm going to use my Wet and Wild bronzer. It is in the number 743A. It's Reserve Your Cabana. So this is also, I'm going to use this just to brighten up with this brush, just to brighten up around my eye. Just kind of gives you a little bit more color. And then I'm going to take this brush and we're just going to go around. So next up, we're going to use Ticket to Brazil. Now, I love this Wet n Wild bronzer. It is so beautiful, and it definitely is. You can build up the intensity that you want with your bronzer. You can definitely build it up, but you don't have to. So I'm just going to swipe my pan, and just right underneath the hollows of our cheeks is where we're going to add the bronzer. I also bring this all up, down, and around so that everything blends in together. Now, because I am a mom, most of my tutorials are aimed towards mothers who are on the go. So that's why I try and keep my videos under 10 to 12 minutes just for you guys. So then we're going to use a little bit of blush. And we're going to be using the Balm. I do like their stuff. The pan is fairly big. It's a beautiful peachy bronzer. So we're going to go ahead and take this brush again, and we're just going to smile and just do it right around in little circles. Same thing on the other side. There we go. Gives us a little life, especially as moms. I know sometimes I need a little life because I don't have it in me. So then with this brush, we're going to be using my Wet n Wild highlighting powder in the number 321B, Precious Petals. This is probably one of the best drugstore highlights I've ever found. We're going to just put it right up here. We're just going to give ourselves a little bit of glow. See? That glow is so beautiful. And then definitely right down here and on the tip of your nose. And then, of course, every man's favorite place on a woman, her Cupid's bow. Alrighty. Now for our eyes, I am obsessed with the Maybelline Made for Mauve. So mauve is probably one of my favorite colors, anything mauve. I love the pinks. I do. We're going to start off with this little guy because when you have blue eyes, you want to accent that, or hazel green, whatever. You want to accent that. So this is a really beautiful. Now the pigment on this is absolutely amazing. I am so overwhelmed with joy when Maybelline came out with these because they've came out with quite a few different ones between Maybelline and CoverGirl. These little quads are amazing. The pigment is what is like blows me away every single time. So again, we're going to just use this brush and we're going to just put this in our crease. And we're just going to pat it, and then we're going to use windshield wiper motions back and forth. Now I found this, I think they're like $5 to $7. I do most of my shopping at Target, and I believe this was a Target buy. So go ahead and just go right in that crease and just blend it out. You always want to make sure that you blend everything out. Harsh lines, especially any part of our face, we don't want any harsh lines. All right, so then next, we're going to go in with this color. All right, so now with this brush, it's a smaller head, we're going to go with this one. We're going to take a little bit, always tap off your extra, and we're just going to put this right on the eyelid. Do the same thing with the other side. Now also what I like with these quad pans is it's not, you can do more than one look. You could use just one color if you want to do something really simple. But I love the fact that it makes an entire look in one buy. So for me as a mom, I can pick this up and know that I can do an entire eye color in one pan. So that's always nice for me. And I'm sure it is for other moms too, who just don't have the time to buy every single individual color. All right. Now I'm going to go back through with this brush. It's just a fluffier brush on the end. It's my go-to. And I'm just going to go ahead and buff everything out. All right. And then with my super, super, super fluffy brush, we're going to take this color right here, and we're going to do this just right on our brows. This is just highlight a little bit of our brows. And again, we're still staying in the same quad that we're using. Now, I like to add a tiny bit of dimension underneath my eye to kind of bring it all together. So I'm going to go back in with the green right here, and we're going to do that right on the under eye. That's going to help make our eye pop just a little bit more. Here we go. All right, then we have this one last color here, which is just a gorgeous color. So we're gonna find somewhere to put it. This color, we're going to do just as like a little kind of smoky liner with this one. So I have this tiny little teeny brush, and we're gonna just get just a little bit of it. All right, so now that we're done with our eyes, we're gonna go ahead and do our mascara. So this is probably one of my favorite mascaras ever. It reminds me of Benefits Better Than Sex mascara. It's beautiful. It plumps, it's thick. It definitely defines each lash and gives it the perfect amount of product that our eyes need, which is one thing that I love about it. I did love the Benefit Better Than Sex, so I wasn't surprised when I got tons of feedback about this that it was just like that. I'm trying to do this so I can show you guys, but I have to do it in my face. I have to say the thing that I love best about this mascara is I have pretty long under my eyelashes, and because of the formula, it really separates them very well together. And have you guys ever sat down and actually videoed yourself doing your makeup? The faces that we make as women to look beautiful is hilarious. It's like me doing my mascara. I'm like, but it works. That's all that matters, right? When I was a teenager, it was cool to have the real thin eyebrows, so I was totally in. Now that everybody has these full, beautiful eyebrows, not me, not at all. I've got these things since the day I was born because they don't grow, and there's nothing I can do about them growing because I'm Italian. So I would assume that if I did anything to watch them grow with my hair, I'd have an entire face full of hair. So, not trying to do that. So now we're going to be using the Maybelline Brow Drama. So, and I like this. It just kind of goes on. It cleans up if there's any like makeup or anything on your brows. The formula is so easy to work with. And once the formula is on your eyebrows, that's it. You're done. And then I just go to calm them down. All right, so for lipsticks today, we're going to be doing something that is a really good lipstick, but it's more of a lip balm, so it's a get up and go kind of thing. This is L'Oreal The Balm in shade number 818, Nourishing Nude. I am a huge fan of nude colors. Like I said in the beginning, I love mauves, I love light pinks and pretty colors. What I have to use today is not, I'm so sorry, it is not drugstore, but it is definitely an affordable price. It's Sephora brand. It is the nudist. It's probably going to be in about 85% of my videos. This is one of the only lip liners that looks decent on me because of the nude colors. So we're going to go ahead and put that on and line our lips. And I like being on the go and being a mom. I have to be able to put it on and pray to God it lasts for at least one PTA meeting. So I put it all over my lip and just fill everything in. Now I get asked all the time and I go completely into it. And then again, for our lipstick, we're using L'Oreal's Balm. There we go, guys. Tell me what you think. Make sure you definitely still subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and oh wait, don't forget, hit me up on all of my social medias so you guys can continuously stay informed on what's coming up, what I'm doing, what I'm working on, and everything great like that. I love you guys. Have a beautiful, beautiful Pretty Girl Cosmo day.